Hi. Hi. Okay. All right. First of all, I understand your concerns. Walking into a theatre and then immediately seeing a cross can't be the most reassuring thing in the world. An effect that probably isn't helped when the performer comes on stage armed. So, what the fuck is this? Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm here to talk to you about God. And again, I know that's not the most reassuring sentence in the history of communication. In fact, as reassuring sentences go, it's right up there with, we need to talk. Or what did you think of the play? But I want to reassure you, I'm not going to preach either for or against religion. My opinions about religion are actually very similar to my opinions about SingStar for the PlayStation 3. Which I should probably explain. When viewed in its own context, amongst people that understand and accept its parameters, SingStar for the PlayStation 3 can be a wonderful way to understand yourself and your place within the universe. The problem comes when people start taking SingStar to parties and expecting other people who maybe aren't ready to embrace SingStar into their hearts to play SingStar with them. And that's when people get angry, and that's how wars start. But it's not SingStar's fault. I myself am not a religious person. In fact, the only time I even mention God's name is in a non-specific sexual context. You know, like, oh my God, thank you, that sort of thing. Which, if you think about it, is a really weird thing to do. Because what if God does exist? How is he supposed to answer that prayer? What's he going to do? Something like, yeah, so you wanted to, wow, okay, you were right in the middle of that. Okay, I don't know what I did to encourage this, but I do not want to be involved. Okay? Okay, just stop saying my name. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You guys do realise I have other things to do, right? You know, like, Egypt is like literally on fire right now. Alright, fine. Do what you want, do what you want. Oh, but use a condom for fuck's sake, there's too many of you. So I myself have no specific opinion about religion. I wouldn't say I'm agnostic, I'd say I don't care. Which does sort of beg the question, why have I chosen to spend quite a lot of time and energy writing an entire show about it? And it's a fair question. And the answer is that effectively over the last few years, I started to realise that most people aren't like me. Most people have very strong opinions about religion, and even stronger opinions about other people's opinions about religion. And that increasingly the world is divided into two kinds of people, religious people and non-religious people, which is fine, except that sometimes those two types of people have to meet. And that's where the problem comes. And that's what the show is really about, you know, the friction between religious people and non-religious people. You know, the average Joes and the average Jews, the Yamilkars and the Yamilkants, the hijabs and the hijab-nots. There will also be jokes. Fucking promise, there are upwards of 4 jokes. That counted. Okay. So one final bit of admin to tell you about. I don't want to do this at the end, so I'm just going to say it now. Taking a show up to the Free Fringe is not free. It's actually quite expensive. So whilst this is a free show, if you do enjoy it on your way out, please do feel free to make a donation. If you feel like making a donation of £5, you'll receive one of these lovely stickers, which cost £3.50 each to print. Okay, so let's start by dealing with the non-religious side of the argument. Now, in bygone days, there was no conflict between religious people and non-religious people. That's largely because non-religious people didn't exist. Or if they did exist, they pretty quickly learned to fake it. However, over the last 100 years or so, it's become increasingly acceptable to come out as an atheist. And it turns out that some of these non-religious people are actually quite angry about their about their years of repression. Some of them have even decided that now is the time to take revenge on religion. You know, to claim back the world for the Enlightenment, to usher in a new renaissance of rational thought, you know, to fuck God in his stupid face. Incidentally, that last part is a direct quote from Richard Dawkins. Oh, sorry, I should explain. This is the artistic license sign. As Edinburgh shows go, this one is fairly well researched. I respect the subject matter, and I don't want to piss anybody off by getting anything wrong. However, there do need to be some of you left at the end of this. So from time to time, I will attempt to inject a note of levity into proceedings by, you know, maybe overstating something, or perhaps saying something which isn't, by literal definition, true. When I'm doing that, you will see this sign. So just bear in mind that when you can see this sign, what's coming out of here, not strictly gospel. See what I did there? Good, okay. So this hardcore group of atheists is fronted by such celebrities as Richard Dawkins, Christopher Hitchens and Ricky Gervais. And it's loosely termed the rationalist movement. Now I have a few problems with the rationalist movement. Firstly, their name. Because, I don't know about you guys, but there's something about a group of people that feel the need to refer to themselves as rational, that just makes me want to, you know, wedgie them. Because that is not how it works. You can't simply refer to yourself as the voice of reason. It's like in middle school when I tried to start an organisation called the Really Cool Gang. It wasn't really cool, it was pathetic. And I was rightly beaten up for that. Very fair bullies in my school. The difference is, I was 9 years old. This is a group of fully grown, sometimes very highly educated people. Now the other problem I have with the rationalist movement is their aims. The stated aim of the rationalist movement is to weaken religion's hold on society by presenting religious people with a case against religion, effectively trying to talk people out of their religious beliefs. Now admittedly, I'm not as clever as Richard Dawkins or Christopher Hitchens. I think they could go 10 rounds with Gervais, but that's beside the point. I'm not as clever as these people. However, it does strike me that the practice of actively seeking out conversations about something you believe doesn't exist with people who on some level you believe are insane, that doesn't strike me as particularly rational. To illustrate the inner workings of a rationalist's brain, I've actually written a short play, which you're going to be in. So, and what's your name?
Roz.
Round of applause for Roz. Okay, Roz, have you acted before? Okay, well, this is quite. Is anyone trained? Okay, right, it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely, it'll be fine. Okay, Roz, you're going to be playing a religious person. So, like all religious people, I'm going to need you to put on this Comedy Jesus t-shirt. Yeah, put it on. I know you're new to this, Roz, but come on. Okay. So, Roz, because you haven't acted before, we're just going to do a quick sort of vocal and facial warm-up. Just give me a big face, little face, big face, little face, big face, little face, big face. No, keep doing it, big face, little face. Okay. That's basically acting, you're ready. So, okay, Roz, here's your script. You're going to be playing the religious person. Good luck.
The Rationalist Dream by Matt Thomas. BA. A lone woman stands alone in a lonely forest. In the background we hear the sound of owls, crickets, and other woodland creatures.
That's not a woodland creature. What am I like, eh?
The lone woman plays with her script unprofessionally. A pause. Another pause. The lone woman grows frustrated, believing this part to be intentionally dragged out. A long pause.
Suddenly, a handsome scientist enters. That's right, motherfuckers, it's science time. Come on. Up high, let's go. Science. Yeah, yeah, yeah! Science! Yes, that's right, motherfuckers, science time. Yeah, you too. Okay. Pardon me, madam, I couldn't help but notice you admiring the forest.
Yes, I enjoy the forest.
Giving a break. Understated, I love. And a Greta Gerwig, yes. Well, perhaps you'd enjoy the forest more if I explained to you some of the scientific principles behind it.
No, thank you. I don't necessarily feel the need to understand something in order to find it useful.
That's stupid! I suppose you believe in God, don't you?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but he doesn't exist.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. Look at this graph.
Oh, I didn't realise there was a graph. Well, I don't feel foolish. I can't believe I wasted all that time doing charity work and having no fear of death. Thanks for putting a stop to all that.
You're welcome. Science! Thanks very much. It's been enacted for 2 fucking minutes. She's an epic diva. Fucking hell, Ross, that was great. I enjoyed that very much. Okay, for being part of the show, Ross receives a sticker. Once again, if you'd like your own sticker, please donate £5 at the end of the show. There you go, Ross.